Henderson to admitting. Nurse Henderson to admitting.
In its 9 seasons on the air, One Tree Hill never failed to deliver the drama. The hit television series kept fans glued to the screen with all of the romance and emotional moments, plus the heart-pounding action and high-stakes drama. There were countless shocking storylines that left viewers' jaws on the floor. One of the wildest turns of events was when Peyton met who she thought was her half-brother Derek, but he turned out to be a stalker that had been watching her on her webcam. Lucas and the real Derek were able to stop him from harming Peyton.
There's only room for one guy in Peyton's life.
No way.
But that wasn't the last of him. The stalker, whose real name is Ian, returned on prom night.
Lucas,
Hi, Peyton.
He locked Peyton and Brooke in a basement, but the girls ultimately took him down, and he was sent to prison.
I hope you find peace. I've got something special for you.
Ian wasn't the only outsider that targeted the Tree Hill pals. Carrie, the nanny of Haley and Nathan's son Jamie, got fired for trying to seduce Nathan and insert herself into the family.
Nathan loves me, and I love him back. I want you to get the hell out of my house right now!
Then, at Lucas's wedding, she kidnapped Jamie, but Dan put a stop to it. The drama was far from over, though. Carrie got revenge by hitting Dan with a car, posing as his nurse and kidnapping him. She tried to snatch Jamie again, but Dan's ex-wife Deb stopped her, hitting her with a wine bottle.
I guess there's more than one crazy nanny in this town.
Dan broke free from where he was being held and shot and killed Carrie to save them all. Dan was the center of a lot of wild moments, the most shocking of which was when he killed his brother Keith following a school shooting, taking the gunman's pistol and turning it on his sibling. He was convinced Keith was the one that drugged him and set fire to his car dealership, but he later found out it was actually Deb, and he turned himself in for his crime in season 4. By season 6, Dan was out of jail and in dire need of a heart transplant. But things didn't go as planned. The man transporting the heart tripped, spilling it on the floor, and a dog ate the organ.
Nurse Henderson to admitting.
Another shocking OTH moment came when Daunte tried to hit Nathan with his car as revenge for not throwing a basketball game. But Daunte hit Haley instead.
Nathan, look out!
A devastated Nathan beat up Daunte, then realized he was dead, and Dan took the fall in his son's place.
Haley needs you, Nathan. Your child needs you. Go!
Lucas, meanwhile, went into cardiac arrest by Haley's side, but he, of course, ultimately lived. Flash forward to season 9, and Nathan was shockingly kidnapped after trying to sign a Russian basketball player.
Signing is stealing. We don't care for thieves.
Dan ended up taking on the kidnappers and saving the day.
It's okay, son. I got you.
Look out!
Another shocker we'll never forget came in the season 3 finale, when Haley and Nathan were driving after their wedding and swerved to avoid Cooper and Rachel's limo. Nathan dove in to save them, but only his special Natalie bracelet floated back to the surface. After the cliffhanger finale, the next season started with Lucas diving in and pulling Nathan out of the water, saving his life. These are just some of the many, many wild moments in One Tree Hill history. So let us know in the comments if we missed any of your favorites. While OTH brought the drama on screen, off screen, the cast formed bonds to last a lifetime. Access Hollywood was on set with Chad Michael Murray in 2003 while they were filming the first season, and he talked about how shooting in Wilmington, North Carolina, rather than LA, allowed them all to become fast friends.
When you shoot in LA, the cast doesn't really get an opportunity to hang out off set because you got your home and you got your cats and your dogs or whatever it is that you have, but you kind of have your own world with your friends and stuff. But now that we're all in Wilmington, like all we really have is each other. So it's an opportunity to really get to know your cast on and off set and just become really close and become friends with everybody. So it's a nice touch to a show, you know, to be able to really get to know each other. And that's really the main difference. You know, you're not in Hollywood, you're in Wilmington.
Sophia Bush told Access that the cast was already having so much fun together, including pulling some pranks.
We have a great time. Our whole cast is awesome. And the basketball days are definitely my favorite because we all just kind of get to run around and screw around on set and, you know, play pranks on each other. And we've done a few things to one another's trailers. And we played a little prank on Hilarie a couple weeks back. It was awesome. I was not involved, just to clarify. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't plan it, so I can't get in trouble for it. But we kind of wallpapered her trailer with some pictures of a person she doesn't like very much, and she got very upset. It was awesome.
The pranks continued for Chad and his on-screen brother, James Lafferty.
See, James is next. Actually, I'm gonna fill his car with popcorn. He's got a big old Tahoe, just like I do, but mine's locked and it's got security, so we ain't getting mine. But we're gonna fill his car with popcorn. So far, I had him scared shitless and not being able to sleep for a couple of nights because I had him thinking that there was ghosts in our house because we were roommates for a little while. And I like ran out of the shower. Or I said I'm going to take a shower, and so I turned the shower on the left, knocked on its window, and scratched on it. And so he gets on the roof, he's running around, and as he went around one way, I came back in the other way and got the shower. So he ended up seeing that I was in the shower, and yet there was someone on the roof. So he got scared of that. But we moved out, and he was happy about that because there was like gargoyle statues everywhere and little naked baby angels.
When they weren't pulling pranks, the cast was having fun shooting hoops, and Chad and Sophia gave Access a taste of their skills.
Legs spread apart.
Legs apart.
Just a little bit, you know, shoulder width.
Shoulder width.
You know, get a little bounce. All right.
Are we gonna do it in sync?
Yeah. Oh, let me grab the ball. Now it's gonna be easy.
I need help.
Okay. Here's the laces. All right.
Right.
Hand on the side,
Right.
back. All you're doing is shooting with your right.
Right.
Right?
Right.
All right. Little
Cool.
knees.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And follow through.
Beautiful.
A little more wrist. A little more wrist.
I'm still terrible.
All right. One more.
You don't want your ball?
No, I'm all right.
All right.
Follow through. Put in the hole.
Yes!
And we'll take that home.
Fabulous teacher. Awesome day.
James Lafferty was the real basketball star of the cast, since he played prior to taking the role, and his skills were part of his audition.
I read for them, and then I finally went and played a little ball, and you know, they found out I could play, so that definitely helped, yeah.
James also told Access about the rewarding and challenging process of portraying Nathan.
It's been a great experience to sort of commit to this character that it's a challenge because he doesn't have a lot of similarities with myself, like in reality, and so I get to, you know, sort of be challenged as an actor and try to play this, you know, this role who, you know, he doesn't have a very good relationship with his family. I have a good relationship with my family, so I have to, you know, really get into it and, like you said, sink my teeth into it, which is really, it's been a great experience.
By the end of season 1, One Tree Hill was already a fan-favorite series and beloved by viewers of all ages, as Sophia, Bethany Joy Lenz, and Hilarie Burton told Access.
I was in an airport and, you know, none of the people approaching me were under the age of 30, you know, and they were like, the show's great, I love it, but we also have really amazing older cast members.
Oh, yeah.
That
you
we
can't
learn
be not
so much
glued to the
from.
screen with Moira Kelly and Craig Sheffer and
Barbara Allen Woods. Yeah, I mean,
they just have so much interesting, you know, work to give and to show, and you know, for us to learn from. And I think that they bring an aspect of the show that a lot of other teen dramas don't have. So we find an older audience to go with our older actors because they're sensational.
They also reflected on the fan frenzy, sharing how they got stopped by viewers at the mall and on the street, which was a surprise coming from Wilmington, where they kept a low profile while shooting.
We live in Wilmington while we're filming, so
and everybody's
to them,
used to us.
We're locals,
down there,
yeah. Here, it's been a little bit of surprise, just some of the people stopping on the streets and stuff. But the mall, I think, is the one place where, you know, everybody.
That's where teenagers
16,
go.
15, you hang out.
You've got to go on a school day during school hours if you actually, want to get anything done.
Yeah.
We tried to shoot. We had a scene that we shot in a mall on a Sunday in North Carolina, and it was like a gloomy Sunday, so everyone and their brother was at the mall, and they're like, hey, and, you know, we had to cry and be upset.
You can't talk to us.
It was
really awkward.
That was an experience.
Sophia talked to Access later that year about dealing with the sudden rush of fame.
It's kind of freaky to, you know, go to pick up groceries and be approached by people and to have people show up at my house, like ringing the doorbell. It's like, whoa, this is my house. You know, it's strange, but it's also sort of flattering, you know, when you're out and about and somebody runs up and says, you know, I really love your show. it's very cool because you know what you're doing is appreciated and you know that the effort and the hours and, you know, the joy that you get out of it is being shared.
When the WB merged with UPN to form the CW, there were some questions if One Tree Hill would get picked up for season 4. And when it did, Chad told us it was a big moment for him.
I was in Wilmington trying to decide what I was going to do with my life. I really didn't know. It was so many things were changing. If the show didn't come back, all right, I'm going to have to sell my house in Wilmington, move out to Los Angeles, get a house that's dog friendly, and go and do some films. Or the show comes back, I keep my house. It was a really tough call. Until 24 hours ago, I had no idea, and I was just sitting at home going, I really can't make any future plans because I have no idea what my choices were. Well, you know what? I'm excited. This is the first year of a new network, and in 50 years, I'll always be able to look back and go, you know what? I was there in the first season. I was there, you know, with the first upfronts. I was there to see the respect that they've generated over the years. So I think it's exciting.
One Tree Hill went on to air for 9 seasons and maintained a passionate fan base through the years. Back in 2008, Lee Norris told Access that those fans were the secret to their success.
We're just so happy to be going. It's our 6th season. I don't think we ever thought we would get that far, 100 episodes in, and it's been incredible. The secret formula for us is just good writing, and honestly, like, we have the most passionate fans in television. They're just crazy. They show up everywhere, and they've kept us on the air this long, and that's the truth. It's all about the fans.